What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Idle Heroes. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, today we are going to be doing a hero analysis of Jarrah, because she's the only new 10-star I made this season. I've made everything else before. I haven't done one on Heartwatcher yet, but when I do her analysis, I'm actually probably going to do it on the private server. I don't have a super great team to back her up over there, but I've got a better Heartwatcher there. So that's kind of where I'll probably do that one at. I've still got the Ormus analysis to do as well from the official server, so we got some 10 stars to do analysis on. It's going to be kind of weird because the week after this seasonal ends, we're going to have to make some stuff happen, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no seasonal to fall back on for videos. We got to kind of have to make content happen, so we're gonna make it happen. But anyways, today, Jarrah. The analysis of the Jarrah. So we're going to talk about her skills, her stats, where she's good, where she's not good, run her in a couple battles, show you guys how she does, and talk about how you should probably gear what up. Alright? So, let's start things out here with the active skill, Evil Infestation. That's a pretty scary sounding skill, I'm not going to lie. Deals 235% of attack as damage against 4 random enemies, and poisons the target for 2 rounds, dealing 100% of attack as damage each round. It's a pretty heavy dot. Also, it's going to have a 20% chance to freeze the target for 2 rounds, and a 20% chance to petrify the target for 2 rounds. So to me, that reads that it's got a 40% chance to crowd control. You're either going to get frozen 20% of the time, or another 20% of the time, you're going to get petrified. So some people have said that's not how it works. I don't really know. I'm pretty sure it's 40%. It sounds like math to me. But any hoodles, it's not important. So as you can see from the active skill, she has 2 different roles she can kind of run pretty well in. Damage dealing, with a huge damage over time, plus pretty high burst damage, 235% of attack as damage. It's not bad. Not to mention she does have crowd control as well. So she kind of fits 2 different purposes, kind of like a much stronger Walter. So she's not just going to stun somebody with some good dots. She hits 4 people with heavy damage and has good chance to crowd control as well. So Jarrah, pretty nasty in that area. The first passive, Jarrah's Temptation. Ooh. Basic attack targets 2 random enemies, dealing 120% of attack as damage, and has a 100% chance to steal 15% of the attack from the target for 3 rounds. That's not bad. Attack steal's always strong. It makes whoever you attack weaker, and it makes you stronger, so your attack gets hit insane, and they start hitting weaker and weaker. So it's definitely nice to have that. Plus, it does a decent amount of damage. 120% of attack, that's better than just the basic 100%, right? Exactly. Second passive, Shadow of Night. This is just your normal buff passive here. Increase attack by 20%, crit by 25%, and HP by 20%. This kind of shows you that you can build her either in an attack base to really boost her attack and her damage over time, but she also has passive crit, which means you can build her towards crit and try to do a little heavier crit build on her as well. So it's an option. Last passive here, the Guardian Spirit. When taking skill damage, has a 50% chance to heal self for 200% of attack as HP, and also has a 50% chance to increase self energy by 30%. This is actually pretty powerful. Okay, anytime she gets hit by skills, she has a chance to heal, and the heal's not bad. 200% of attack, not a bad deal, especially if you're running your Jarrah built for attack. A really high attack Jarrah is going to heal a lot more, obviously, than a crit-based Jarrah or a speed-based Jarrah. Also, the energy increase can be pretty nice, especially being that she's not like the fastest hero on the board. And even if she is, if she's getting hit by skills before she gets to attack, it can either fill her skill bar up to where she is going to do her skill instead of just a basic attack, or it can overfill her skill bar. If you guys don't know, anytime you're attacked after you have a full skill bar, it starts increasing skill damage instead of just, you know, dropping your normal skill. So you actually start gaining skill damage past the normal energy threshold. That's why stacking demon potions works in the Aspen dungeon, because you're overfilling your energy bar so you hit way harder. Same thing here. It gives her a chance to actually drop a really heavy attack instead of just a normally heavy attack. Alright? So with that being said, let's jump into the gear. I did swap over my 5-star gear because last season I did my analysis. I didn't use 5-star gear in a lot of my heroes, and people were like, why didn't you? And I was like, well, it makes a point. I probably should have. And so this time, she has the 5-star gear. Bang. Ooh, hot. The stone, not super good right now. It's only a C1, but like I said, this was a short season. Kind of hard to get enough gold together to blast those stones up in rank. At least for me it was. So we're going to talk about it. Jarrah's got kind of three different skill sets you can run with her. Right now, I have a crit stone on. That's because I didn't really have any great artifacts to pair with her in terms of anything else. Like, I didn't get a good speed artifact or anything like that. So, the three roles you can run Jarrah in is straight up damage over time for bosses. So, all attack. Having an all-attack based Jarrah means she's going to have a heavy damage over time. Her attack is still going to hit really hard. She's going to heal even more when she does get hit, so it gives her a little bit more self-sustain even. It's not a bad build to run, especially if you're focusing on bosses and PvE kind of things. However, when you go to PvP, having really strong attack and damage over time usually isn't the best way to go. In PvP, you want speed or you want nuke ability, because nothing else is really going to be a huge deal. But she's one of the few heroes I think no matter how you build her, she's going to work okay in PvP due to the fact that her skill not only does damage over time, but also crowd control. Alright? The second way you can build her is going to obviously be a nuke-based Jarrah. So you can build her with crit chance, crit damage, and artifact that runs the exact same thing, crit or crit damage artifact, and she can drop big numbers, and that's kind of what you want, right? Especially in PvP. Not going to work so well in PvE, so against bosses, her damage will probably fall off a little bit using crit, which is, mine kind of sucks for PvE for that reason, because she's not going to have that heavy damage over time, because poison dots don't stack with crit, they stack with attack percent. So you want attack percent for heavier damage over time. You get it, alright? The last way you can build her is going to be speed. If you want her to be your crowd control unit, your main crowd control unit, it is a bit risky because she is slower than things like Demon Hunter, but if you get lucky and snag an energy artifact like I did here, you can run her with a speed stone and still get off a good hit unless the enemy is using the same build on their Demon Hunter. You can probably still run a pretty good chance of dropping your crowd control first, or at least being the first one to drop your skill. So you can run her that way. You can run her with a speed HP stone and also a speed HP artifact as well, like the Wind God's Messenger, something like that, to make her as fast as possible for crowd control. That's obviously not going to do anything for you in PvE, so bosses don't really give a crap how fast you are, but it will make a big difference in PvP, because being fast there really matters, okay? So what I have on... throat catch. What I have on mine, obviously the crit stone, because I want a little bit of nukage for PvP, and also I didn't want to have to re-roll my stone 1,000 times for attack again. I had attack, I rolled it off, and then I was like, do I want to go back? Maybe not. Maybe not. I need to buff some other stuff stones up to round out my team. But I did get an energy artifact. I've been using it. It's really solid in things like the Tower of Oblivion. Getting that first energy skill cast off can be fantastic. It's also, of course, great in PvP, and that's kind of why I ran the crit stone as for PvP. I got the energy artifact, like, well, she's not going to be super fast, even with a speed stone. So I said, why not give her an ability to nuke a little bit, but also give her the first skill turn, so unless I'm facing a Demon Hunter with an energy artifact, I've got a good chance to nuke down some enemies on the enemy side and get some crowd control out. So that's how I ran mine. It's worked okay in PvP. I'm not like a god of PvP. I never have been. But it is kind of nasty, and it does catch people off guard when they attack you thinking, oh, he doesn't have any fast crowd control units. You're like, ah, surprise. Jarrah. So that's how I ran mine. For artifacts, you could obviously run anything that gives you attack percentage if you want to do more boss damage. What's it called? The Cursed Hourglass thing. I run that on my Walter. It's the attack percentage plus attack for shadow, or attack percentage for shadow, something like that. Anyways, any artifact's going to boost your damage, your attack, is going to be good for her in terms of her damage over time. Any artifact that boosts crit and crit damage obviously is going to help her nuke harder, and then you can get artifacts that do speed or energy if you want to kind of capitalize on her crowd control instead. So that's kind of what I ran here. Those are the best choices, I think, in my opinion, to run on her. There you go. So, where is Jarrah good? Where is Jarrah bad? Jarrah is pretty good everywhere except for the Aspen dungeon. Okay, she's not even that great of a node breaker because she does get nuked down pretty hard. If she heals, maybe she could stay alive a little bit longer. But from my experience, she doesn't do a great job of breaking nodes open. She does die very quickly. Maybe like a one node and she's out probably kind of thing. So not really great in the Aspen dungeon, at least in my experience. If you have an all-attack Jarrah, maybe she'll be a little better there. Perhaps if you're running Jarrah with an assassin damage artifact, that obviously could make a difference as well, because that's usually where you're going to use her at, is against that, or maybe priests, depending on what your main hero is. But other than that, she's actually pretty solid everywhere. Against bosses, she puts out decent damage. She's not going to probably be your best damage hero, due to the fact she doesn't have any armor break or anything like that. So Walter's still probably going to outdamage her most of the time. Bloodblade, probably the same story. But she does do pretty good, and she can stay alive by herself, which is kind of nice. That self-sustain is bueno. It's bueno. Also in PvP, like I said before, pretty solid in the PvP realm because she has crowd control and damage over time. If you run her for speed or you run her for crowd control, she's probably a little bit better in PvP or nuking. The attack-based build I don't think is quite as strong for PvP, but that's, you can't have everything all at once, right? You got to balance some stuff out. So today do we have any Marauders open? Oh, we do. Would you look at that? Who do I want to fight? Who do I want to take a battle to? Let me question something real quick. What kind of artifacts do I have? Do I have any priest damage artifacts on my dudes? Or mage, I said? Priest. What are you rocking? Ranger, that's not going to help me. That ain't going to help me at all. That's just a flat one. Doesn't really matter, okay? I have nothing good, no good artifacts here to boost my damage against Marauders, so whatever. It's whatever I decide to go with. Let's drop a Walter node. We'll do that. We'll do it first. What the crap? Why not run a Walter node first? To do that, we've got things set up the way I'd like them to. When I fight Walters, I keep my weakest two heroes in the front if they have a chance of dying. 5-star Sigmund, of course, is a good chance of dying. 8-star Vesa, maybe not so much, but it's still a possibility. I like to keep them in the front because Walter only attacks the back, which means it's going to save those two heroes' lives. Also, the more they attack the backline heroes, the more energy they build, the more skills they cast. Yes, he can stun backline. Yes, that does kind of suck, but it's a risk you gotta take, right? It's a risk we're gonna take. So we're gonna jump in here. We're gonna watch a Walter battle. Then I'll probably do a Broken Spaces battle as well. See how things go there. There we go. Like I said, she's probably not gonna do her best here against bosses. I might try a PvP battle with her, but last I checked, I haven't checked today so far, I was ranked pretty high in PvP, which means my enemies are also really good in PvP, so the chances of me winning, kind of on the fence there. I think I've won most of mine because the defense kind of shocked people. They didn't think I was going to have a halfway decent lineup, and it ended up actually panning out pretty well. So we'll see what happens. That's just do over 1 million damage. That Vesa is a freak. That Vesa is just stupid. Get in there. Get in there, team. Go nuts. I think she's dropping over 1 million. She's only 8 stars. That's what I'm talking about, Vesa. I think I have a crit stone on her as well, though, so that's a thing. 1.5 mil, no crit. My crit chance isn't super high on Jarrah. I don't have a crit artifact on her, obviously, so I didn't get a single crit artifact the entire season, so that didn't help things at all. But, it's whatever. It's whatever. There we go. 88 million damage. Not a huge amount of damage, but not bad. I feel okay about it. Holy crap, my Heart Watcher was dropping some bombs there. 25 million damage. Go all the way. Also, it definitely helps that she's Forest attacking a Shadow unit. You got to keep that in mind. Jarrah's still pulling about 15 million damage. Not bad, but like I said, I don't have mine geared for boss damage. Walter dropping the 30 bomb. He's doing great. Love my Walter. Like I said, if I ran attack stone with an attack artifact, or especially when you're fighting Marauders, being that you can kind of gear your heroes to fight just that Marauder, any kind of artifact's going to boost your damage versus assassins plus give you attack would be fantastic in this area because you're going to hit really, really hard. Plus, you're doing almost double damage to assassins then, so that's great. So there you go. That was the first battle. 88 million damage. Nothing insane. Nothing crazy. People are talking hitting well over 100 million. I 100% believe it because, if you have a good team, you can do it. I just kind of suck one. So anyways, we're going to go down here to the Broken Spaces. I don't want to fight this guy. I fight him for gold when I need it, but when you want to test damage out, you don't want to fight something that has crowd control like I just did with Walter. Ha ha ha, stupid me. But whatever, not a big deal. You don't want to fight this guy has AoE crowd control. You don't want that. It's going to lower your damage numbers quite a bit. So we're going to fight somebody else. He's at 400. Let's fight. I saved this guy just for this. I want to kill this level 200 boss for you guys. We'll go ahead and buy like 10 of them. I'm going to use them anyway. It's the last couple days of season, which means all of your gyms absolutely need to be going towards moving ranks up that you can actually move up. So Arena, stuff like that. Use your gems wisely. So we're going to jump in here. We're going to do a battle with this team. I don't remember if they attack a front or the back. Don't think it really matters, though. We'll watch this one out, then we'll smash it a couple times just to finish it off. I don't think I'll kill it in one go, but we shall see. We'll see what happens here. Her damage also, that's one thing I didn't mention about the Walter thing. Since Jarrah's active skill is meant to hit 4 people, she doesn't do as much damage, obviously, versus single target bosses. She's meant to hit more than one. So any kind of guild boss with 3 bosses, she's going to hit a little bit harder against them, obviously, because her damage is hitting multiple people. So that's something to keep in mind as well. She does target multiple units, so single target bosses, probably not her strongest point. All right? Yes, there we go. So essentially hitting 2 bosses now, her damage should theoretically double. Will it? I don't know. I'm not sure how these base level dudes' armor stacks up against Marauders. Since I don't have any, I wish they had ways like checking the stats of a boss, like you could actually check it and see what their armor was and all that stuff. That would be cool. That'd be a really cool addition to the game, at least for me, because I like to nerd out on numbers. It's my jam, all right? Nerdy numbers is my thing. So here we go. Things are going pretty well. Walter's damage should also go up quite a bit here, being 2 targets for his active skill, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Getting close to the end here. Not seeing any crazy huge numbers. I lied. There's some decently big numbers. Decently big numbers are happening. All right, Jarrah's last drop here going to happen. Is that 3 mil each? That looked like 3 mil each. It's pretty hot. 98 million, so almost a hundo mil on that one. And as you can see, Jarrah actually took the lead here with multiple bosses to fight. 31.7 million damage. And again, this is built with crit and energy artifact. This is by no means a boss-built Jarrah. So she's very strong in PvE, especially if you gear her that way. But even if you don't gear her that way, she can do a pretty solid amount of damage for you. Really great hero, in my opinion, in this area. That's a pretty good run. I like that. That was hot. It made me feel good about myself. Would that move our ranks up at all? Oh, we need to do some serious work today. But anyways, we'll try an arena battle. I'm not going to guarantee you guys any massive success because, well, we did fall a little bit. We were in the top 90 yesterday, but rank 158, maybe we can find somebody we can beat. What is this guy rocking? Ooh, Faithblade. Faithblade is disgusting. If you guys don't know, I've used him before. He is a nasty freak. What do we got here? 10-star Demon Hunter. It's a little bit scary. Rosa, Vesa, Queen, and Cruz. He's from Merc. He's from Merc. You always got to watch out those Merc people. They got good stuff. We'll try it. We'll try out the dude. He's got about 100,000 less power than us. Doesn't mean anything. Trust me. I beat people with 100,000 more power than myself a couple of times, and I lose to people with more than 100,000 less. It happens, especially if you have really smart gear. This guy's Demon Hunter could be a huge wrecking point for us. We're not going to skip the battle. We're going to watch it. I kind of want to see what happens. Hopefully he doesn't have an energy artifact on his Demon Hunter, because that would suck. That would suck one. He didn't. That's good. That is good. All right, so we only got the 1 crowd control. We instantly killed somebody, though, too. That's also nice. See if we can get this knocked out without dying. Oh, that ain't good. Vesa just totally one-shot the crap out of me. Not good. Not good, peeps. Got the stun going off now. Can we make it happen? Oh, he's got the snake. The snake is nasty. Oh, we're screwed. Totally screwed. There you go. Like I said, power doesn't mean absolute dong in the arena. Look at the heroes. Like I said, I saw the Demon Hunter, the Vesa combo. I don't have a big healer in my team, so that makes it kind of rough. We'll try to run one more. Maybe we'll try to fight someone stronger than us, see if we can beat him. Double Cruz. Talk about a cheese team. I can't stand that, cheese teams. Double Demon Hunter and a Cruz. He has 2 Cruz as well. Kind of rough there. Valentino Emily. Edgar actually totally wrecks my team because he's Forest. When he crits on my Jarrah, he pretty much one-shots her. And that's no bueno. That is no bueno at all. See if we can find somebody, at least maybe close. Demon Hunter Valentino. See, that's what I'm saying is when you get up high, you start running into everyone's got a pretty decent team. No one's going to suck one. He's like all mages almost. I don't know if I could take that dude or not. I don't really use priests heavy. Let's try it. I don't use a heavy priest team, so ODO1 doesn't really bother me all that much. But Lutz being able to stun my Jarrah could definitely suck one. See what happens. We'll see what happens. Could be a... Ooh, he has a fast ODO1, too. You see how quick he's got that, dude? That's nuts. Oh, he's got the double Valentinos, though. I hadn't thought about that. I wonder if... Do they proc together? Like, if you have two Valentinos, do they both have their active or their passive skills like kick in? You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is gonna be rough again. I'm gonna lose twice in a row. Yep, there it is. So, like I said, I'm not a PvP wizard. I don't build my teams usually for PvP. It's not my thing, but there you go. You can see how badly I suck. Woo! Not a good debut for Jarrah. Like I said, I haven't really built mine definitely for PvP either. Whatevs. Whatevs. Not a huge thing. So anyways, that is the Jarrah analysis. Don't take the PvP from me. My team is not built for it. Like I said, if I had a full-on PvP team, like Heartwatcher is not really a PvP hero. She's okay for burst damage as a backup support, but I don't have super fast crowd control units. If I had a 10-star Kamath, that would definitely change things. But a 9-star Kamath at level 168, not really a threat. Okay, I don't have any kind of healer like a Vesa that's high rank. 8-star Vesa at level 160, not really a threat, especially at this level of PvP. So if I ever built the PvP team, you can absolutely fit Jarrah into a top-tier PvP team. You're just obviously going to need good units to back it up, and I don't really have that. So there you go. The arena, not the hottest looking for Jarrah, doesn't shine a great light on her, but trust me, she's not bad there. I've ran into plenty of them that absolutely destroy my team if they have a good team backing them up, especially things like Valentino. Valentino is disgusting. I love Valentino. I really want to build a 10-star. Haven't been able to do it yet, but maybe soon. But anyways, that is the analysis of Jarrah. Pretty solid in PvE. Pretty much across the board. Even if you don't build her directly for it, she'll still put out good damage against bosses. But she's really good in PvP too. You just gotta not suck like Wrath. Alright, I'm not a PvP kind of guy. It's not my thing. I don't really do it. But anyways, there you go, guys. That's the analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please make sure smash that thumbs up button and show your support. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. And tell your friends about it, because that definitely helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one.